Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, March 20th, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto movers, and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. So before we officially get started, I'm going to say hello to my friends, do an audio visual check, and take a few chart requests. You hit the like button, Benjamin. I can get started now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Rachel, Keith, Andre. Hey, Card Lady, Greg, Topher, Ao. Hey, Tess, Patrick, Casey. Good morning. Carlos, Alnick. Bonjour, Roger. Benjamin, Ponzi. Hey, Night Truck, Mal, Chris, Basque, Sir Fernando. Hi, Lou. Hey, Sam. Thanks, Night Truck. Hey, Carlos Puente, Caesar, Josh, good morning. Any chart request yet? Hi, Homebody, Daljit, Arain, hola, Jose. Hey, Jess, Aviator, Mary, my first rodeo, Ganjo, Mighty Pawns, good morning. Okay, ALCS. Hi, Frank in Miami. Did I type that right? ALCS. Okay, maybe it's ACLS. Yeah, I'll go with that. Monthly uptrend, weekly uptrend. Daily looks healthy, higher high. What's the volume on this? Oh, he has good volume. Looks like a strong chart, holding 4-hour EMAs and hourly EMAs. You're going into today with an EQ. You have resistance at 130.13, 131.94. You have support at 127.40. Hey, William. Intuitive. Okay, Starbucks for Paul. Running into the Great Wall of China, Great Wall of Louisiana, the hourly 50 EMA. Daily and a clear downtrend below the 8 EMA. 4-hour lower high is the more likely scenario. It's green this morning. I think top fishing 99.29 makes sense. It's trying to have some relative strength here, but it's not placed well on the larger time frames. Yeah, weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, 4-hour downtrend. You get the picture. Riot is green. Bitcoin had a very strong weekend. Potential hourly bull flag. We're in a weekly uptrend. We're over the high of Friday. Any name that's already over the high of Friday is relatively strong. Let's see, did we gap up here? Yeah, we gapped up Friday and we're gapping up again. So just be careful on this many gap ups in a row. It's usually that third one that's a little deadly, and I'm jokingly saying deadly, just it means it's pretty much extended, and you know, gap ups are for selling. So I'd be careful. It's definitely riding Bitcoin's coattails, holding hourly EMAs over Friday's high. If the bears are able to fill that gap and unable to penetrate Friday's range and they reverse it around that 846 and they say, that's it, bears, no more, and the bulls reverse it, that would be a strong sign. So I would look for a potential long on a gap fill, but just be cautious if it continues to enter Friday's range. Meta. Below those key EMAs, 4-hour lower high, the more likely scenario. Had a pretty big pullback on Friday, but it had a big run up into that, so that makes sense. Hourly EMAs are a problem, and I would say top fishing 198.37 makes sense if the market were weak. Dominic, if anyone answers that question, you know immediately not to trust them. Do we think we're going to take out the October lows this year? Maybe. We have no idea how to predict the future. I think that we do have some fundamental bearish catalysts that could bring us there. Absolutely. But there's no probability I could give you. It's literally 50-50 at this point. FTNT, you have a 61.66 resistance, an intraday level from Friday, and then 62.47. We're trying to push back up into Friday's range. Still slightly red, probably doesn't have a lot of pre-market activity. But this daily chart's super healthy. All right, I'll get started in 3 minutes with the indices. You're welcome, Gregory. Yeah, how long has Schultz been there this time? Starbucks CEO assumes role. Today. New CEO today. That could be a small catalyst for a runner. We'll see. Sure, Mal. Oh, nice. Nice. I like the CQ. Okay. You know, that's a problem, Mal, is look at the range from the prior week. That was a pretty big range, $96 to $86.69. That was a pretty big range. So now you could take out the high of last Thursday pretty early and still not be able to take out the high of that prior week. So we just got a lot of resistances that are stacked here, 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 here. So just know that. But if we were to draw it, let's see. I would say by Thursday. That's just a rough guess. Okay, wait. Well, by Tuesday. Well, Wednesday, we know a lot of things are going to break to the upside or break down with FOMC, so that makes sense that it would happen Tuesday or Wednesday. Note that elevated bear volume on Friday. Little warning sign. Coin with another upgrade, I swear. Coin, I tried to short it Friday. It ran right over me. If I'm being honest, which I always try to be, picking on radar, what do you think? From when all of this Michigas started, it's had about a 45% drop with no new fundamental news specifically about Charles Schwab. I would say absolutely it is a buying opportunity on some of these bank names that haven't shown any fundamental cracks, but they're just getting dinged because their first cousins are getting dinged, like SIVB. Was that the ticker? Yeah, Silicon Valley Bank. So yeah, this could be a great buying opportunity. It looks like insiders are buying it per Barron's. Hey, Jorge. Y'all ready to get started? Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chark Al-Lori. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter at Chark Al-Lori, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm almost at 4,500. If you want to check us out at chartguys.com and see what we're all about, we have a community of approximately 1,000 of my closest friends where we discuss commodities, crypto, marijuana trading. We have a specific uranium channel. It's in Slack. It's very organized. It's not like Discord. So that's what we do over at the Chart Guys. And what I do here is I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. If you want to click on the video description, I'm going to pause this now. Down here, you can get a free risk management ebook where you can get an ebook on how to manage risk. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on this link that's also in the video description on YouTube, and you can get what all of these colors on Lori's chart means. All right, what I do here every morning is I get started with these indices and I have notes. And I have a table. My notes are off screen. I copy and paste those for TCG members only. Here's my table. This is a table I just use to communicate with you what I'm seeing and what's standing out versus what's not standing out. And we're looking, of course, more bearish than bullish this morning. I say, of course, as if it's a foregone conclusion, which it is not. Bitcoin is continuing to stand out, and SMH. QQQ not as much this morning, which is always interesting when QQQ and Apple are on the opposite sides of the spectrum. That's always notable. Apple was a little bit stronger than QQQ this morning. I don't know if that's changed in the last hour, but overall, I'm leaning more bearish on the day than bullish, and I think that will heavily depend on QQQ and XLF. So we have oil is super weak this morning, and so that's bringing down XLE, and XLF is being brought down by continued banking news. And healthcare is weak. So that's why QQQ has had to step up its game. Looking at ES on the hourly, our EMAs are overhead. We have enough room for a higher low on the hourly, but we are in a 4-hour downtrend and an hourly downtrend. NASDAQ, however, is in a 4-hour downtrend and hourly downtrend. But look at this daily. That looks like a bull flag, y'all, on NASDAQ. And I want you to note this volume. Look at this volume last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now look at it on the weekly. Do you see a bigger week than this? Let's mark it. It's been a while since last October was more bearish, but this is the most bullish QQQ buying we've had. And a potential daily bull flag. RTY is weak. It was down 8% last week. We had double daily inside bars break bear on Friday. We are slightly green this morning. Bulls are trying to get their life together, but it's hard. This hourly chart downtrend, 4-hour downtrend, daily downtrend. Come on, bulls, where are ya? YM, downtrend, 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 downtrend. So downtrend on 1, 2, 3, 4 time frames. Everything but the 15-minute. 15-minute is making an effort, but look at what we're making an effort on. Look at that declining bull volume on this push up. I think we're going to get some top fish opportunities. Backburners could be our friend today, looking for a 5 and 15-minute overbought, and that's a reverse backburner. Sorry, let me clarify. That's a reverse backburner, so just know that that could be on the menu this week. I need to get TradingView pulled up and make sure. Good morning. Yeah, I can look at sushi chart. Hey, Pakusti. Okay. I'll just go ahead and do sushi as a shout out to our TradingView friends. Sushi USD. I'll do Coinbase. This broke bull by a penny, but I would still call this a daily EQ. You have resistance at 130, 1293. You have support at 110. Hourly, you have an EQ here. Bulls would look to defend 1.19 and bears would look to defend 1.2385. Look at what we ran into. Don't forget, the 50 MA works on crypto charts too. So we ran into the hourly 50 MA. When we have these EMAs overhead, it favors the bears. The bears. Okay. Now back to, we already ripped through. ES is looking okay. And we're heavily dependent on NASDAQ to set that higher low and potentially confirm that daily bull flag. This is going to be key. Let's do a little heart on it. This is key for the day. All right. What else did I want to? Oh, Hang Seng is down 2.65% overnight. That is notable. We have DAX is slightly green. Right now, they close in about 3 hours. We don't have a lot of data today. Look at data. We have 3-month bill auction at 11:30 Eastern. We have existing home sales tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then the most important event of the week will be the interest rate projection. Goldman Sachs came out with a note saying they think that the Fed is not going to raise rates this week. And it lowered the percentage from 62%, I believe, to 52% for a 1/4 point hike. We will see. The expectation would be it would be bullishly received to have no rate hike on Wednesday, And it would be bearish if we would get a 1/4 point hike, bearish to neutral, and bearish if we got 50-point hike, which is not really being priced in at this point. So that would be a jolt to the system. So gold is green. Gold popped up last night. It has been super strong as part of the fundamental narrative, which is why the same supposition, I suppose, that gold and Bitcoin are both up for the same reasons, because the lack of trust in our financial system. So gold popped up over $2,000 last night. We are in an hourly uptrend. We are pulling back a little more than bulls would like, but no red flags yet. You're welcome, Zenyan. Oil is weak, hourly downtrend, trying to bounce here. Bulls would love to see a higher low compared to 64.36 and stop this slow bleed that's been happening for a while now. Our daily is oversold. Daily chart is oversold. You are not in a monthly uptrend, so daily oversold does not matter as much. Bears have had control of this chart. If you were looking to top fish, I would wait for 15-minute overbought as a potential top fish level. Nat gas up 3%. It's trying, but I don't give points out for trying. Hourly higher high, sure. Enough room for a higher low, sure. But let's just get perspective. Downtrend. Downtrend, not oversold. Downtrend, not oversold. Downtrend, not oversold. And we got a higher high without a confirmed uptrend. So just know the bears are still going to be pouncing on nat gas on overbought conditions as long as it keeps working. Why wouldn't you? Let's see, when did we get our last 15-minute overbought over here? That yielded great results. So we're approaching overbought again. Let's see if bears are front running it. You have enough room for a 15-minute higher low on nat gas and an hourly higher low. Apple, okay, it's looking a little better here. Hourly holding EMAs. Let me go check it. Okay, I gave it green. Okay, let me go look at QQQ and see if that's changed. We have XLF dividend. We had SPY dividend on Friday. So just make sure your charts are adjusted for dividends if you're not using futures. Okay, we're fighting to get up here above the hourly uptrend, and 305.85 is a very big dark pull. You may want to mark that off on your chart, 305.85. And SPY had a huge dark pull at 394.10. I would make note of that on my chart as well. We don't see $4 billion thrown around at once very often. It was notable. And a dark pull level can serve as synthetic resistance and or support in the future. It's not an actual place typically where price has pivoted. However, price has memory, and it's nice to say, okay, whoever sold at 394.10, you think they're going to defend that level if price were to approach it again. There you go, slow double. Yeah, if you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it as well. There are 300 of you and only 90 likes. Okay, credit unions, I don't know. Most of them are held privately, Paul. I don't know if they would be in regional banks. KRE, I can't think of a credit union that's publicly traded right now off the top of my head. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. VIX is green. Pulling back pretty notably now. Let's see if we can close this gap at 25.51. These push-ups in VIX, they have just been great shorting opportunities. And who knows how long that will last. If real fear enters the market and stays in the market, of course, it wouldn't work. Okay, I did Apple, but did I do Bitcoin? No. Bitcoin, I wanted to point out to you this bearish divergence where price made a higher high and RSI didn't. There's a little bearish divergence there on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been super strong this weekend as money has been fleeing to this alternative form of currency, and Ethereum has been weak comparatively. So Ethereum is the name for shorting, in my opinion. It was unable to get that higher high like Bitcoin did. Okay, now I can go back to Apple. Oh, credit unions are nonprofit. Okay, see how much I know. Okay, so Apple's holding these hourly EMAs. 156.03 is resistance, and then the high of Friday, 156.74. If you just need to put all these levels on your chart just to remind you how much congestion we have in this area. Do you see it? Maybe if I go to 4 hour, you can see it. Look at all the congestion we have overhead, meaning prior places where price pivoted. So this could be some heavy congestion overhead, and Apple bounces maybe for shorting, knowing that we have these clear resistance zones overhead. Amazon is fighting to get up over these hourly EMAs. Daily chart is fine. No problem here. Plenty of room for daily high or low. We have an inside bar from Friday. We're opening up within that inside bar for now. NVIDIA. I shorted NVIDIA on Friday, and I'm looking to short it again. So if you look at the high from November 21st to the low of October, we have retraced 65%. We are at the golden pockets at 263.05. That's why I like this NVIDIA short in this area. 259.46 is your next resistance and support. 253.83. I would say bulls are accomplishing something if they're opening up within Friday's range. Despite this weakness we had this morning, they're getting back up inside Friday's range. That's a nice recovery. Tesla, we're back inside Friday's range, but just by the hair of our chinny chin chin. I would be looking to short Tesla with these hourly EMAs overhead. Baba, potential short. Hang Seng was down 2.65% overnight. Baba only down 1%. PDD is down big on earnings. So we've got a lot of Asian names that are getting thwarted. So I would think a top fish against 81.80 makes sense on Baba. JPM and KRE and XLF, all three, I like top fishes for reverse back burner. So on JPM, I would wait for first 15-minute overbought for a potential short. It worked perfectly here and here. So I would look for first 15-minute overbought on JPM. KRE, it worked here. Let's try it again. And I would continue to do it as long as it's working. XLF, first 15-minute overbought, it worked here. So it may not work again, but I think that it's a great probability trade setup to look for a top fish in the second 15-minute overbought on these bigger bank names. So those are all the Queen of the Mountain names I have for you. Holla holla at the dollar. Dollar is testing 4-day support here. So we had this support here, 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 and we've lost that support by a few pennies, but we're still holding the daily 50 MA. But the dollar is overall weak. And I gave points to the bulls this morning for the dollar, saying it's good for market bulls that the dollar is so weak. VLE. That's right, Kate M. You're right, Slow Devil. Okay, VLE. This is an oil company. Looking for a monthly high or low. You're in a weekly downtrend, a daily downtrend. Trying to change that. What is the liquidity on this? This liquidity is pretty bad. This is $1 million traded on Friday. I'd be very careful with this. Oh, this is a TSX name. Support 215, 207. Resistance to high of Friday, 230. You have a double top there, then 241. Good morning, Brad. I think I did Tesla. Tesla is weak. I said that the bulls have got back inside Friday's range. That is an accomplishment, and bulls are going to want to see that hold into open. These hourly EMAs are overhead and sloping down. That is more of a bearish overtone than the other charts I looked at. So Tesla a little bit weaker than most. Netflix, hourly EMAs are overhead. It's a problem. We're back up inside Friday's range, so that is positive for Netflix. Bulls are going to want to see that hold. Daily downtrend. Hourly overbought, worked on that daily downtrend. Looks like bounces are for shorting on this one. Yep, futures are going green again. Let's go look at ES. 15-minute uptrend. Hourly lower high is still the more likely scenario, so please put that feather in your cap. All right, I'm going to wrap this up early. I know it's early for me to wrap this up, but it's a Monday. We got a long week ahead. Wednesday is going to be big, so I will be resting up for Wednesday. That is for sure. You have resistance at 59.07 on Oxy from an intraday level hourly. News came out last week that Buffett had bought a lot more Oxy. It had a great day on that news, but oil is down. If I'm going to buy an oil name, I would say Oxy's where to look. But oil is not helping Oxy at this level. You're welcome, Night Truck and Brent. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Use stop losses. TCGers, I will have these notes to you in the table in just a second.